Just thought I'd do a quick one about why I started this account and where I wanted to go. What's the end goal, so to speak. And truth be told, I don't actually know. Now, what I mean by that is there isn't really an end goal. It's more about the journey. I've got no interest or intentions of making things professional, making things to go viral, making things to pop and gain fucking anything from it. The whole purpose of this account and the other accounts is pretty much just to document my journey of trying to become better, not just physically but mentally as well. And first and foremost, it's so that when I hit certain milestones, I can look back on previous posts of what I was doing sort of this time last year, this time 2 years ago, etc., and compare to where I am now, and basically just track the ups and downs of that journey. Now, if as a byproduct of me posting stuff here on YouTube, on TikTok, whatever, somebody that I know looks at it and decides, oh, well, if Mez can do it, I can do it, then champion. That's a more than welcome byproduct of putting myself out there in the way that I do. A secondary aspect of it is having an account like this keeps me accountable in a sense. So I like to be able to track what I'm doing and set myself a target. So that's where the weekly weigh-ins come in. That's where if I've done boxing and I've burned, say, 700 calories, I'll put it on my story. And there's been a few people who I know personally who've then messaged saying, oh, how do you start? Like, how do you go about boxing? Is it all right if we come down with you, etc., etc.? And then you end up, it's kind of like a chain reaction. So I put something on, Dave comes down the gym, he tells his mate who then signs up for a gym, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So the vain hope, I suppose, is that my journey and my ups and downs and documenting that kind of inspires at least a few other people who I know to get into fitness or better themselves, maybe not just physically but mentally as well. And those of you who I know personally or who followed my account for years, because it wasn't Life with Mez originally, it was Mez Fit. I started the account in mid-2020 because, and I'll not name names, there were a few, let's call them acquaintances, who whenever I would bump into them in the town or like out and about on my walks or at football, etc., etc., they would always pass sort of underhanded, snidey comments about my fitness journey. Get a pint down here, why are you being boring, stuff like that. Generally just taking the piss out of me not wanting to be 25 stone, drinking and doing God knows what. And on top of that, I kind of felt like it got to a point where constantly posting progress pictures and updates and whatever was getting to a point where people were getting quite bored with it. Like, you don't load Instagram up to see fucking me with no top on there, you know what I mean? So I started Mez Fit as kind of a separate account for fitness progress, and then that kind of stagnated and went off the boil a bit when I had a bad mental health dip in late 2020, and I kind of picked it back up again 3-4 years ago, but there was never really any kind of niche or theme or flow to any of it. It was just random bits of progress or information, etc. And then at the start of this year, again, I don't really feel comfortable going into details, but those of you close to us already know. Quite a seismic shift in personal circumstances. The old noggin wasn't great, so I kind of rebranded. I'm not really a fan of that term, but rebranded to Life with Mez, and it became kind of just like a lifestyle progress vlog setting, I guess. And it gave me something to focus on because obviously, like, I don't really drink a lot. I do go out occasionally, but the problem with me is when I go out and 1 or 2 turns into 21 or 22 and bad things happen. So like I've lost that part of my life, the social circle aspect of it, pretty much non-existent. So the only thing I really have other than work is fitness and keeping active and trying to lose weight, and changing this account to that, to pair alongside the mental health journey, gives me something to kind of channel in on and focus on. Now, I would like to be a bit more active on stuff like this. Like, I did that one more round with Matty about 4 months ago, and we haven't done one since. I'd like to get a few of my mates in on that and get one of them going. But ultimately, it's It's an account to keep myself accountable and hopefully inspire a few other people along the way. And a byproduct of that is there's actually quite a lot of people who I thought had me back who quite clearly don't. That's fine. It's all good. No grudges held here. People can move how they want to move. It doesn't really affect me as long as I keep my journey heading straight forward. That's all good. Like, all for it. All for it. Wish everybody nothing but the best. But in place of that, while my circle has got smaller, it's kind of became more valuable because now I'm kind of surrounded with sort of 6, 7, 8 people who are into the same kind of things as me. We do daily check-ins with each other through messaging and stuff like that. We keep each other accountable. We push each other to do better. And it's just kind of got to a point where now in my life where I'm at, I'm still trying to navigate a few things and it's never 100% up there. But I'm at a point where I can deal with stress as it comes. The mental health lapses are kind of under control. I did have a massive break about 2 months ago. 2 months, about a month and a half, 6 weeks, give or take. And that was like as close as I've came to a full-scale mental breakdown since the start of the year. And that was actually the crossroads moment where people who I thought would have me back didn't, and people who wouldn't necessarily have counted on before stepped up and helped us get through it. But now, I suppose the crux of this is to narrow it down. No interest in likes or shares or clout or going viral or any of that. And if anybody who is coming along on my journey takes anything valuable from it, then that's a win for me. Even if it's one person decides to give boxing a go or gets out and does a mile around the block running, or thinks, oh, if that fat idiot can do it, so that's success to me. And that's what this is all about for me. It's about showing what I'm doing, but also hopefully bringing a couple of people along on the ride. So I suppose that's it. Cheers.